we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New Orleans Saints and the Detroit Lions. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Come on. Hey.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. The Lions at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This defense for the Saints, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 10 more there and another first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll set up a throw. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Charles already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now back to throw. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's a gain of 34. That seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought, that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good this guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
1st down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this 1st quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
On 2nd and 10, White. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Off play action, here's White. And his throw here is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on second down. White. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Kamara trying the right side. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. White. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's White. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 55 rushing yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. The Saints offense on the balls their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver in motion left. From the 38, now New Orleans. Chris Olave, 62 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lots of look to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Saints 14, Lions 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a throw. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. 2nd and 5. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and 3. Touchdown! Jamison Williams in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Well, at first down, they run with Kamara. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. First and 10, White. Throwing out right here, caught by Olave. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Out of the gun, it's White. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, having back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try to mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to the air on second down. White. This one taken in by Olave. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. White looks to throw. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to kick it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tiger.
He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 88 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 21. Teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now White. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Got that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before it could even get started. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. offense on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, White. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on the punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. On the return, Hardy. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
They're on 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
Time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the shotgun, here's White. And this is going to be incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. 103 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll set up to throw. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Hardy set to return. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over.
They're on 19-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now White. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play. But the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit, too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, the defense certainly did its job. They held up in that situation, and now 4th down, you've got to punt this and try to get to overtime. There's no decision to be made, in my estimation.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They run out of the gun with Swift. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Every eye in the stadium locked in on Riley Patterson. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.